What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. It's DripGodDero, and I'm back at you guys with another bang. So, in today's video, we will be premiering episode 10 of the weekly NBA recap. Now, we have a lot to talk about in this episode. We got to talk about the available free agents. We got to talk about the NBA Summer League, and we got to talk about plenty of other things. So without further ado, I'm not going to hold you guys up. Let's get right into it. So for the first topic, we do have to talk about the in-season tournament and the rules and the format and how it works. So let's switch over and let's get right into that. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have switched over, and I don't know how the in-tournament format works or the in-season tournament works, so we will all be figuring this out together. So let's just take a look at it, man. Let's just take a look at it.
The first ever in-season tournament is now official. But how does it work? Like this. First up is group play. All 30 teams will be split into 6 groups, 3 from the East, 3 from the West, with a random draw based on last year's regular season records. Each team in a group plays each other one time. A total of...
I'm gonna pause it right there. So we just heard that. They said that it's going to start off with a group play where pretty much it's going to be random. And just so you guys know, I'm learning about this just like you guys. So hey, it's going to be plenty of questions that we all will pretty much figure out later on in the off season. But sorry about that. Sorry for interrupting. Let's continue, man. Let's continue. Let me scroll back a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go right here. Let's continue.
First up is group play. All 30 teams will be split into 6 groups, 3 from the East, 3 from the West, with a random draw based on last year's regular season records. Each team in a group plays each other one time, a total of 4 games, 2 at home, 2 on the road. Now those games happen Tuesdays and Fridays in November, so set your calendar. Basically, these regular season NBA games also count as tournament games. Now, in each group, the team with the best group play record after those 4 games, they're moving on. The team with the next best record in each conference, those 2 are the wild cards. Always watch out for the wild cards. Now, we get to the knockout round. 8 teams, single elimination, and you know what that means. Win and move on, or lose, and you're out. And the last 4 teams standing, guess what? You're headed to Vegas, baby. That's right. In Las Vegas, the semifinal battles will get us to the championship game on December 9th. 2 teams in a winner-take-all final to be named champion and be awarded the first ever NBA Cup. Come on now. Look, there's a lot to look forward to this season.
This is
Players
crazy.
On teams,
Hold on, man.
The league, and teams just looking to make some...
I'm confused. I'm gonna keep it a bag. I'm gonna keep it a band. I'm low-key confused. Like, what does this accomplish? I think it's just more of a money move when you think about it. Like, more of a money move, and possibly just to, possibly get a team out in Las Vegas. That's what I really think this is about. Just more of a money move for the NBA. To have something exciting in the middle of the season, and also just to possibly, get investors to want to have a team in Las Vegas. That's my thoughts, though. But I don't really see what this really accomplishes. But let's continue.
And the NBA in-season tournament is going to be a can't-miss, must-see, high-stakes, high-level competition. And if you're a hoops head just like me, I promise you, you're going to love it.
Alright, so yeah, man, we just finished watching that, and like I said, I don't really know what this accomplishes, to be honest. Like, yeah, they got knockout rounds and all that stuff, but like, you're not going to be an NBA champion based on what I understand. You'll get an NBA Cup, but like, it doesn't really make you a champion in a sense. So I don't really know what this helps. I just feel like it's something that the NBA created to, bring a little more excitement during the regular season, and also just bring some more money in, bring a bigger audience to the Las Vegas area so that possibly a team can be made. Because me personally, I do think that in the near future, probably in the next 5 years, Las Vegas may have an actual basketball team out there, and possibly even a area like Seattle. We may see the reincarnation or the revival of the Seattle Supersonics. But that's just my thoughts. I'm pretty sure we will get more information on exactly what this affects when it comes to the teams later on during the season. But yeah, it's definitely just I don't really understand it. I'm gonna just keep it real. But let's move on to some more interesting things. Now, for our next topic, I do want to talk about Max Christie. Now, Max Christie is a sophomore for the LA Lakers, and this summer league he has been showing out. He really has been showing out, and it's just interesting to see how great he has been. And I got this article over here, and let's just read into it. Now, this is from The Sun. Shout out to them. And it starts off with Max Effort. Max Christie reveals his real weight after stunning body transformation as Laker star dazzles in NBA Summer League. So we're going to read into this, and I do just want to give some points and, just shout out Max Christie. All right, so let's get into it. Max Christie is no longer a skinny young NBA prospect, even if official roster sheets say otherwise. The second-year wing looks visibly bigger and stronger as he dazzles in the 2023 NBA Summer League, having added extra muscles to the slender frame he had around the same time last year. So, yeah, he definitely looks a little bigger, as we can see right here. This was him last year, and this is him this year. It looks like he has gained a little muscle. I'd say around 10 pounds of muscle. So shout out to him for actually, building up his body. And it definitely shows, man. It definitely shows. If you've been watching the Summer League, you know that the Lakers, they have actually played 3 games. A lot of the Summer League teams' first game was yesterday, but the Lakers, they actually got a couple more games in the bag. And so far, he has been playing great. For the most part, he's been averaging around that 16 to 22 points per game range for these 3 games. And that's definitely something that you like. Also, he had a crazy dunk in his most recent game, and I could definitely tell, like they were saying, that he has gotten stronger. I don't think I would have seen that type of move from him last year. But hey, man, let's check out that dunk. I know y'all probably want to see the dunk. I know that's what y'all want to see. Let's just keep it a band. So let's check out the dunk. Let's check out the dunk. All right, so we gotta wait on this ad, man, and then we'll be checking it out. And hopefully I don't get copyright striked. Y'all know how it is. All right, so let's full screen this so we can react to this dunk. Once again, I already seen it, but hey, it ain't nothing like seeing a dunk for a second time. But hey, man, let's get it.
Out of the rotation for a good stretch of time.
My boy
but
Moody.
By the time the Lakers series had rolled around, he had gotten himself into.
All right, we pausing it right there. Y'all see that? Came up there with authority. And I'll say this, man. I know a lot of people, they tend not to watch the Summer League because they like, oh, these are some young players. They not the LeBron Jameses and all that. But hey, y'all should definitely tune into the Summer League if you're a hardcore NBA fan, because man, things be pretty exciting, and you could put some stock into a player early rather than be more of a bandwagon style of fan later on. So shout out to that. But let's keep it moving, man. Let's talk about some more stuff that's been happening in the NBA Summer League. And that is that Scoot Henderson and also Amen Thompson got hurt in their NBA debuts. So this definitely sucks, man. This definitely sucks. And yeah, y'all already know. Let's get into it. So let's read into this article. Trailblazers guard Scoot Henderson and Rockets guard Amen Thompson put on impressive displays in their summer league debuts Friday, but left what untimely became a 199 Houston win with injuries. So, if y'all didn't know, my boy Jabari hit a 3 at the end of the game and ended up winning this game for the Houston Rockets. So, that was definitely a good-ass game, but with that good-ass game came injury. So let's continue reading so that we can, get some more information on those injuries. So Henderson, the number 3 overall pick by Portland, exited in the third quarter with a right shoulder injury and didn't return. Thompson left with a left ankle injury after taking an awkward fall when he attempted to block a shot under the basket in the fourth quarter. He too did not come back. Now, I believe some new information has come out in regards to Thompson. I believe they said he will be out for a month with a grade 2 ankle sprain. So that definitely sucks because it doesn't really, let him get those reps. But at least it ain't something worse. And let's keep reading. They may have some additional information. It's pretty sore, said Thompson, who added it was up to Houston's athletic training staff to determine whether he would return for more summer league action. I just blocked the shot and landed on his foot, twisting my ankle. He'll undergo an MRI on Saturday. Henderson didn't speak to reporters after the game, though he walked through the media area without anything visible on his arm or shoulder. So that's pretty much the gist of everything. And like I said, they did actually come out with an update for Thompson. He will pretty much be out for a month. And yeah, man, I don't think they came out with any information on Scoot yet, but hey, it remains to be seen. But anyways, let's keep it moving. Let's get on to our next topic. So our next topic will be on a coach. We done talked about a lot of young guys, but now it's time to talk about a coach. So let's get it. All right, so for this one, we got to talk about Greg Popovich. In this article, it says Spurs Greg Popovich agrees to richest NBA coaching contract worth $80 million over 5 years per report. So, I think we kinda got everything we need, man. My boy Greg Popovich is getting to that motherfucking bag. I can't hate, man. And it's crazy because a lot of people thought he would retire, but hey, he still got that passion for coaching. So, hey, I can't hate, man. Shout out to Greg Popovich for getting that $80 million bag, and I respect it, man. I like that the Spurs are paying him his worth, even though, they haven't been too competitive over these past seasons. I do like that because regardless of them not being competitive as of lately, Greg Popovich, he has put his heart and soul into this Spurs organization. So I'm happy that they are, just paying him what he deserves. So, man, that's a quick hit right there. Let's talk about some more things. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about. So hopefully y'all enjoying this. Hopefully y'all getting y'all some popcorn. And man, I'm gonna keep bringing y'all this hot news, So for the next topic, let's talk about Mo Bamba. Now, Mo Bamba, as we can see, name big as fuck on this screen. Welcome to Philadelphia, Mo Bamba. He has signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, let me zoom out of this a little bit because it's too big. And let's read into it. Alright, so it starts off with Philadelphia 76ers president of basketball operations, Daryl Morey, announced today that the team has signed Mo Bamba. Per team policy, team terms of the deal were not disclosed. So, What do I think about this move? I think it's a solid move, man. As we know, Mo Bamba, he is, a pretty big dude, over 7 foot, super long arms, and one interesting thing is that he can space the floor. As we can see right here, it says he shot a combined 38.7% from 3 last season, making a career high. No, you got to take this with a little grain of salt. I'm going to just keep it real. And the reason I say that is because of injuries. No, the Lakers, we didn't really get to utilize him too much because of injuries. And that's the main thing with him. Will he be healthy? Will he be injured? If he's healthy, I do think he can provide some value during the time that Joel Embiid is on the bench, because he has that size. He can still deter people from attacking the rim with his size and shot blocking ability. And if you do need him to, he can hit that 3 from a distance. So I do think that this is a solid move, and we'll just have to wait and see how that contract looks. If they got him on like a minimum, then that's definitely a solid move. But since we are talking about free agents and agents who have been signed, one person I want to really talk about right now is Christian Wood. Now, Christian Wood is very interesting when it comes to him. He is still a free agent. He still has not been signed. And I got this article over here that I want to take a look at. And in this article, let's take a look at all the free agents that are still available, the best ones available. And I guess we'll get somewhat of an update on Christian Wood as well. So let's read it, man. Now it says best NBA free agent still available for Mavs. Mid-level exception. Christian Wood update. Now let's read into it, man. Alright, so it starts off with July 8th, best free agents left. C. Wood getting Batman offers only. So let's read it, man. As NBA free agency chugs along, the Dallas Mavericks have yet to use their $12.4 million mid-level exception, despite having executed a handful of other moves, given that Dallas still needs a starting caliber center, assuming rookie Derek Lively II can't assume that role from day one. It would make sense for the Mavs to use some of that money on a big man, but there are a couple of problems with that. Let's continue. First, there aren't any centers on the free agent market who are worth the full mid-level exception, and maybe not even part of it. And second, the Mavs already have too many centers on the roster with Lively, Dwight Powell, Richaun Holmes, and JaVale McGee. Before the Mavs add another big man, they must figure out a way to move on from McGee, and perhaps Tim Hardaway Jr. as well, who is expected to be traded this summer. Alright, let's see what else we got here, man. Here are the best free agents left on the market, regardless of position. PJ Washington, Christian Wood, Kelly Oubre Jr., Derrick Jones Jr., Hamidou Diallo, Ayo Dosunmu, Wesley Matthews, TJ Warren, Terrence Davis, Terrence Ross, Austin Rivers, Will Barton, Darius Bazley, DeMarcus Cousins, and Blake Griffin. Speaking of Wood, the one and done Maverick has only received veteran minimum contract offers so far, according to NBA insider Mark Stein. Now, I think we don't even need to continue right here, man. I think we don't even need to continue, man. This is crazy. No, it's crazy to me that he's only getting veteran minimal options, because he did average 16.6 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, and 51.5% from the field. And he also shot 37.6% from 3. And I just find it crazy that he's only getting veteran minimums, man. That is insane. But I wonder what team he will end up going to. That's the real question. What team will he end up going to? There's a lot of teams that could use him. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up somehow going to Phoenix. Seeing how many players have went to Phoenix, man. And it should be interesting to see who he ends up going to. It really should. But that's that update on my boy, Christian Wood. Hopefully he do find a team, and hopefully he gets a decent payday. I ain't saying he gotta get paid a lot, but hopefully he finds a decent payday, because I do think he's worth a little more than, you know, the veteran minimum. I'ma just keep it a band on that. So that's tough for him. Hopefully he finds something better, but we do gotta keep moving on. And yes, we still got some more topics. Like I said, man, it's been a lot going on. Alright, for this next topic, I want to talk about Patty Mills. Let's read into it, man. Patty Mills has been going through it. And as we can see, this article, it states NBA champion traded for the third time in 10 days. Jesus Christ. That's all I can say, man. Let's read into who this player is. Like I said, it's Patty Mills. It's been an eventful couple of years for an NBA veteran, as he's already been traded 3 times in 10 days. Patty Mills, who was a key player for the San Antonio Spurs when they won their last championship in 2014, is on the move yet again. The Brooklyn Nets traded the guard to the Houston Rockets a few days ago, with the Oklahoma City Thunder subsequently stepping in to absorb his trade in exchange for draft compensation. ESPN insider Adrian Wojnarowski is now reporting that the Australian has again been traded, this time to the Atlanta Hawks in exchange for Ty Washington, Usman Garuba, Rudy Gay, and a second-round pick. Now, what do I think about this? I think, Patty Mills going to the Heat is a decent move, and it does start to make more sense on why the Atlanta Hawks even got Rudy Gay to begin with. To just flip him for a player like Patty Mills. And man, it's tough when, you getting up there in age and it seems like no team wants Patty Mills, but hopefully he can finally not get traded again and, just stick with the Atlanta Hawks. But that's crazy. I just found this interesting that he had been traded 3 times in the span of 10 days. That's literally wild. And that just shows you how you could be loved at one point in your career, and then, after a tough season or a rough season, you could just be, getting passed around. But, hey, with that being said, the final topic I want to talk about is Amen Thompson's brother, Isaiah Thompson's, first game. Now, this game was very interesting. Now, if you guys don't know, Thompson, he does play for the Detroit Pistons. And although he didn't really, make too many shots or anything like that, he played fairly well just from what I've seen. He didn't really score, but he did all the little things. But something more important that I noticed is that Jaden Ivey would never pass the ball to Asher. So, to all the Detroit fans, I want you guys to just, keep that in mind when y'all watching this, because I found it very, just weird how he wouldn't pass the ball to Asher Thompson. And I don't know if there is some type of hate or anything like that, but it's definitely interesting. I don't know if Ivey's trying to, protect his spot as shooting guard. Who knows? But hey, they actually had Jaden Ivey playing point guard, and to me, that was a fail. Ivey was turning the ball over a lot. But hey, man, that's all I got for y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all already know what to do. like the fucking video, comment on the fucking video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, turn on notifications and all that good stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed this recap. I hope I was able to get y'all up to date on this NBA news. And without further ado, I'm out. Peace.